Two of them jumping in there. Needs to try and flush out as Chikariyo is able to get them. The bomb, not even half yet though, as they need to try and get the kill. Gets one, gets two, gets the third. 3 headshots on the side of Barcode. No more shots in the head hook. The DP is coming in. The spray is getting there. Can they get it in time? It's not enough. And now a 2v2 situation. This guy gets the kill from Micaiah onto Dory. Just needs to hide, take the time that they have, and gets the final either. Welcome everyone. Today we have the semi-finals of the 2025 Lioness Cup for Valorant. It's going to be an amazing game. We have randoms versus streamer Zone Indigo.
Originally, we had 64 teams battling out in a 6-round Swish stage, and now 4 teams left in the 8-team playoff. Are you excited for today?
I'm so excited for today. It's going to be crazy. It was such a hectic game for both of these teams in this quarterfinals, and both teams actually coming out with 13-7 and 13-8 wins. I just don't know which way this one may even go, because we have Randoms over here. They are 8-0 so far in this tournament, and then Streamer Zone, they are 7-1. But both of these teams have played each other before, and that was on a bind map. Do you think we will be seeing that bind map come out again?
I mean, I'd love to see it, obviously. A rematch is what everyone loves to see. But I'm also so excited for Haven as well, because I think they may bring it out today.
I mean, that Haven was so strong, especially the attack for Streamer Zone Indigo yesterday. But despite only recently coming together, thanks to the Looking for Players part on the Lioness Discord, Randoms have only just met each other at the start of this tournament. And it's so crazy to see, because with players that are just coming in, only just knowing each other for such a short amount of time, and putting on such a dominating display in this tournament, it's such a blessing. And hopefully we'll be able to see them go into more future tournaments together, since they're so strong, and especially if they go on to win this whole thing.
No, absolutely. They've shown so much powerful force throughout this tournament. Like you said, absolutely flawless so far. And I think they have what it takes to go to the grand finals and maybe win it all if they're able to play like they have in the past few matches.
Well, I mean, so far through the whole of this tournament, I do believe that Randoms have had the hardest set of matches. They have played 3 teams who are currently in this top 8, and I believe 2 of them are currently in the top 4 again. And it's just been so hard, as they've managed to get through these top 8 teams that we've been seeing in these quarterfinals, and came out still undefeated on such a dominating run. And it's honestly just crazy to see how much they've came together and just became such a good and tightly knit team.
Yeah, it's not like they were given an easy bracket in the Swiss stage and they got off by playing teams that are significantly weaker, right? Like you said, they're playing teams that are currently in the top 4 and they beat them confidently.
Well, I mean, we also have a very important game for Streamer Zone Indigo. Such as we said, they did play each other in this Swiss stage, and they are facing off again against Randoms, and it was round 4 that they met. So, you know, they had a bit of a time to get into the swing of things. They had them first 3 matches to get their footing, and they'd done it really well, coming off a 3-0 victory through those first 3 games, and then went straight into that next match, sadly getting defeated. But hopefully they can take that mentality and take that anger back out on the side of Randoms and win the game today.
Yeah, absolutely. It's their only loss in the Swiss stage. They went 5-1 through the Swiss stage, and the loss wasn't like it was a completely one-sided win on the side of Randoms. So if they're able to bring their knowledge from the previous loss into this game, they also have absolutely what it takes to go through to the finals.
I mean, it was only a 13-7 defeat, and just Indigo should be able to just go out there and put all their all out into it, get all the knowledge that they've learned from playing this team in the past, and be able to come up with a bit of a new strategy. Maybe if we see that bind again, they might switch up the composition, or even just some of the tactics that they will be using going into this game, and finally shutting down this dominating run that Randoms have been going on.
Yeah, and something to note about the stylistic difference between these 2 teams is their compositional difference, right? One team prefers the Astra and prefers playing the Viper on many maps, and one team prefers the Sage. We didn't see much of the Sage yesterday, we saw it in 1 map. But if you look historically across this tournament, they've played so much Sage Yoru compared to many other teams.
Well, I mean, judging from maps that we have been seeing, there's been such a wide spread of different maps, especially for the side of Randoms. We've seen the likes of Bind, we've seen Pearl, Corrode, Haven, and Split. I believe that might be even the whole of the map pool that they've played throughout all these 8 games. So they have such a wide array for Indigo to take the knowledge of the people that they play and how they might play on these maps, looking at the heat maps and everything, and just being able to finally knit this whole possible strategy that they can potentially come up with and try and shut down any attacks that Randoms might be doing when they're on the attack, or any possible defensive side strategies that they have, and just absolutely dominate this game. Because of how strong Randoms have been, they need to get this early start. We've seen in the games, especially in the quarterfinals, their starts are a bit iffy on both maps. they just had to push back a little bit, and they were taken out so early into the games. But once they found their footing a bit late into the games, especially the second half, they were able to get those wins that they needed, and then finally found the footing just to destroy and finally figure out how that other team plays. So as long as they don't get 12-0'd in that first half, they should be able to come back and have such a strong side on the opposite half.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And something going into this match I would like to talk about is sort of the head-to-head of the Yorus, because these two players have been absolutely brilliant. You've got Tabri on the side of Randoms, and you've got Shira on the side of Streamer Zone Indigo, and they have both played spectacularly through the past few matches even. Yes, yesterday we saw Tabri go 43-25 in 2 maps. That is statistically so insane, and she ended with an average ACS of 289. But on the other side, Shira, 41-27, nothing to scoff at either, and an average of 271 ACS. They are both so skilled at the game, and their aim is so crispy.
Well, I mean, looking at the statistics as well, there was a 36% headshot rate for the side of Tabriz, and only a 29 for Shira, so it might come down to those small marginal percentages, which could turn the tides in these early duels that we'll be seeing from both the pushing side of both these Yoru players. But I believe this will be so exciting to see what map bans we will see from either side. As you know, both these sides, they enjoy playing the Bind, they enjoy playing the Haven. We've seen both these maps from either side, and they've both played so well on them. Even though, despite the loss that Streamer Zone had to Randoms on that Bind map, I believe they will be able to come back so much stronger and see if they've arrived at a possible understanding of how the opposition plays to finally come up with a new playstyle. But Bind and Haven is the only maps that these two have in common. And as we saw yesterday, just how strong the attacking side of the Streamer Zone Indigo were, we need to try and see if they can push these early duels and just get some of the strategies down. They had such great strategies on that map. The Yoru and the Neon both pushing over towards the C side, making so much noise with the Yoru clone. And then just the TP coming out, they weren't expecting it, being able to get all the pressure onto the A side. And a free sight hit for them, as we saw in one of the rounds. And it just gave them such a free win for that round as well, which helped to snowball their lead even further into that second half.
Yeah, no, historically, for Randoms, their team usually consists of maybe a Killjoy, a Viper, and an Astra. And what they're all great at doing is post plants. Once you get a spike down, you have this Astra pull, you have the Viper model, you have KJ models. You can play this post plant so effectively. And yesterday, we initially thought we haven't seen Haven yet from SC Indigo. We thought maybe they're going to play their stage Euro. But no, they pulled out a completely different map, a completely different composition, which was Neon Yoru. And they played it how they're meant to be played. You stop the plants from coming down. You make sure that when they try to enter a site, you interrupt their entry by flooding the site and taking fights to them. And I think today, if they're able to replicate what they did yesterday on Haven, they can absolutely take down this monstrous composition of the Astra, the Killjoy, and the Viper.
Well, I mean, we have just gotten word of what the maps will be. We have a best of 3. Map 1, it is Random's choice. It is going to be Haven. We finally get to see this Haven map. Both the sides have played it. We know the compositions are going to be possibly seeing that Neon Yoru again from the side of Indigos. And also being able to see the Yoru, the Viper, and all these Killjoy mollies on these post plans, which you've just talked about, how strong they are with this attacking side. Just being able to whittle away at that time and finally just make up for everything that they need just to try and get that bomb to explode. But then, map 2, Indigo's pick. We're seeing an Abyss pick. I don't believe, have we seen that from them yet?
We haven't seen it on stream live yet. So this is something new to us. And I think that we may actually see a lot of chamber action on this map, which I'm quite excited about because I quite enjoy watching chamber. It's something similar to sort of what we saw on Sunset yesterday, where you have so many chambers holding different angles they shouldn't be holding and getting picks of operators. So I'm quite excited for that map.
Well, I mean, it was an exciting map on that Sunset, especially for Indigo. Floor coming out, they bought the operator round 4, I believe.
Yes, they did.
They did die with it very early, but that did not deter them away from picking up that operator again. And we saw how dominating Floor was with that. A complete chamber diff in that map even. And just helping to spiral their team into such a snowballing lead. and just held down so much of the angles that they needed. They had the A main covered for some of the rounds. They had that middle so secure, and it just helped the team push up into these choke points and allow them to hit the site so much more freely.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And something, if you actually look back at the statistical stats, the Chamber was finding so many first bloods, not only for the side of SD Indigo, but also on the side of randoms. Their match, the Chamber is finding so many first bloods, and they're also winning most of them. 7-2 in first bloods is such a good stat to have, because you're taking away one key player every single round away from the enemy team. And we will have to see what this does in Abyss.
Well, I mean, especially for Indigo on that Sunset map, they were able to get so many kills on the Chamber early into the rounds as well, and getting that lurk threat away for whenever they push that opposite side. And if we look back, we saw it in the highlights at the start of the stream here. That 4K was just utterly insane. The Headhunter, just being able to get those headshots so cleanly. It's such a fast-firing weapon with such high accuracy, and it's so cheap to buy as well. It's almost unfair.
100 bullets per kill is such an efficient way to get kills.
I mean, it's stupid to be honest. It's such a strong weapon. It's basically a Guardian. What, that's 2250, I believe, and for so cheap, 150, I believe it's gone up to now per bullet. You know, you can buy around 5 or 6 at the start of the first round. That is 5 or 6 bullets, which could be just the deal breaker for a one-shot headshot. And hopefully, you know, Abyss will be able to see it. I cannot wait for that. But if it gets to it, if we don't see a 2-0 sweep like we have seen from both these sides before, which hopefully won't happen, we want to get a bit of a longer stream here. We want to get all the action we can. We will be going to a bind decider, which in the past we have seen randoms did take out Streamer's Own Indigo with a 13-7 defeat towards Indigo on that map. Will we see any changes, do you think?
I mean, I sure hope so, right? Obviously, you've had a loss already. You have the time to look back at this match and make sure we know what we did was wrong. We know how to change it, and this is how we will change it. And I look forward to what adjustments they will make, if maybe a different change in composition. Maybe we go for the Raze over the Sage, or maybe we decide that scrap everything we've done, we completely change it. Or it could be small things such as a sort of a gameplay style change. We want to push sides harder. We maybe want to give sides and retake. I would like to see how they change it up.
I mean, I believe it was the side of Indigo who they play that Raze, don't they? They play the Raze Yoru, was it?
Yeah, so the adjustment is towards instead of Sage, it's the Raze Yoru. And I would like to see that again, but maybe they decide we want to go back to the Sage. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they might need to go for it, but we are being told we are going into Agent Select very soon. So this will be so exciting to see which champions shall be picked on this Haven map. And I just cannot wait to see this. This is going to be so exciting. We've seen the compositions from both these teams before so far throughout this competition. We know what type of players they like to play. We have Mali. You know, they play the Fade on most maps that we have seen them play. But Haven is the Sova playground. The amount of shock darts that we can see from both of these, and it's just going to be so exciting to see. And here we have it, a brand new overlay as well, so we can still see the casters, our beautiful faces, of course, while also still seeing the agents on the screen. And it's looking like we're going to be getting the Neon and the Sova so far from Streamer Zone. They're hovering around the Omen, which is that a different composition change?
I think it is. I think they went for... Oh, what did they go for yesterday? It might have been Omen. I think actually it might have been Omen.
Yes, it was the Omen.
Yes.
It was Viper on the opposite side. That was my bad. But we have, I believe, the same composition coming out from CZ here. And we have the Astra. We have the Viper. We have seen this before. This post-plant. We should be seeing the Killjoy coming out from Dia over here as well. And it's just going to be absolute hell for the post-plant situations.
Yeah. So Randoms is actually one of the only teams in this tournament to prefer this Astra pick over many other teams that go towards the traditional Omen pick on Haven. And I think that's really interesting because obviously Eevee might prefer and be more comfortable in this, or they might have more sort of post-plan egg-like style plans that they've already pre-planned out. They know what they want to do, and they're more comfortable with this style of gameplay.
Yeah, well, we shall be getting into it. We're going to be loading into this game. and it's going to be it's just going to be an amazing game. I can't wait for this. Both sides so dominant so far through this tournament. Both sides just winning everything so far, apart from that one upset from Streamer Zone. But here we have it. We are going into the game. Let's see how this will fare.
No, I'm so excited for the Euro Neon here. It is such an aggressive composition, and you want to fight for your space rather than letting people get the sites. You're fighting the site, you're fighting at these choke points, and you're making sure that you're bringing the pressure to randoms.
I mean, we have the attacking side of randoms here. I wonder how they're going to be going into this first round. It looks like they're just going to be going for this defaulting mid push, just trying to get a bit of pressure into the mid side. We saw it as well in the first round of Haven yesterday, where they just were able to push in here, but we have the 3 players sitting on the C side expecting a possible execute over there, but they're taking it so slow. Randoms are just taking their time, and the flash is coming out as they're going to be pushing it in the garage and gets the Killjoy turret. That takes out so much possible information for the side of CZ, and it's just taken away from them so fast.
Yeah, no, they're absolutely looking slowly in this round to find an avenue into a site. They've now picked a site, and they're most likely not going to pivot here. 5 people already sneaking into the A site with the Viper wall. It's really slow, but look on the side of randoms. Look on the side of SE. They have no information across the map. They don't know where they could be at all because they haven't pushed up and entered part of the map. So now, randoms walking into short, making sure the site exec will come through.
Now, this is going to be a full exec here from the side of randoms as they're able to get this plant down, but the shock darts are going to be trying to come out just to try and delay that plant a bit or get a bit of damage onto the side of randoms. But no damage is being dealt, and Dia getting a kill early from sewers onto that flank of T side and was able to pick up that kill. That is amazing for them. And now it is down to a 5v3, just whittling down so many left, and it's only Micaiah left in this 1v4. Now into a 1v3 with the headshot, but the double up was just there and it was ready to take them out. And that is the first round win for randoms.
Yeah, no, it was a 5v5 up until the point of the spike plant. They gave the side, they allowed them to plant. But Dia, watching for that lurk, gets 2 easy kills to start the round off. It is so well played from Dia, and it shuts down all of the plans that SE had.
It's almost as if Dia was just expecting that. They had the turret up in mid, but only able to watch garage. So the players that were pushing from B down at the middle, it was just so easily read by Dia, and it was such a flawless execution by the side of randoms, just taking their time, getting rid of any information that possibly could have came out. But the Omen Smoke going to be playing over towards his A side, but it doesn't matter as Teto is already up there. They have the Marshal in hand and ready to peek. And there we go. A lot of util taken out from the Killjoy already. That is the turret down, and just no information for the side of SZ.
Yeah, randoms are playing so slow. They expect a reaction from SE, and here it is. 2 people already died on the side of SE.
Wow, that was 2 fast kills for Dia. This Deagle in hand is so strong, and it just took out Unique Valkyrie and Micaiah, and they weren't expecting anything. One was even a wallbang, but look at this timing. The Silver slowly pushing up Tetopet, able to get one, Tabri getting another, and then Tetopet finishing out this round, the Marshal in hand. That is 5 still alive and a flawless victory for randoms.
Yeah, rather than going on this anti-eco, rather than going into a site and looking to push and perhaps maybe pushing into a stack, they wait. They play so patient and wait for a reaction from SZ to maybe try and explore. And they get the exact reaction they want. Dia takes 2 out at the start of the round again, building up towards this KG ultimate really early on into the game.
I mean, they basically just have this ultimate by now. They have 4 kills on the board. No deaths to push any more points towards them, but it doesn't matter because the flawless is so much more important than an early ult this round. But this will be the buy round for SZ, and then we see Floor getting that first kill on the Tetopet, and the recon coming out over towards the side of garage. The turret getting taken out. Micaiah just trying to get a little pick over here, jiggling slowly. And look, there is 3 there waiting for it. And they get 1, get 2. The Euroclone as well blinding, but it doesn't even matter as they're able to get out of there. And now it is a 4v2 on the side of Streamer Zone. They have the advantage. Will they be able to use this and keep this round in the bag? They have so many potential chances. And it's a great paranoia coming out from the side of Valkyrie. is just pushing these players back, not giving them any chance to push out. And the Oracle going to be trying to get a little bit of information, but no one's shooting it. But it doesn't matter. Is Unique Valkyrie able to get the kill? The blind coming out, but it doesn't phase Dia as they get the headshot over onto Shira. And now in the 1v3, both players are low who are pushed up over towards the CT side on C. But look at the Sova. The Lurk is going to be coming out. They're able to bypass one of the utils from the Killjoy and might be able to get past another if they decide to push up. But look, the alarm bot is back on, but gets pulled back just with the perfect timing for Chicharito to push up over towards the C at this T side on C long. But the Sova dot just giving away so much information as the peaks coming out, gets one, unable to get the second. It was a great jump over from Mikalia, just pushing away the aim for the side of Randoms, and it allowed Valkyrie to get that kill and secure the round in the first round for CZ.
It is such an expensive round though for CZ. They've lost 3 guns in the process. It's not a cheap round, but good for them. They've managed to shut down Dia in that 3v1. It was so winnable for Dia, but fortunately, for the side of SZ, they are able to shut it down.
And I do believe if Dia got that last kill on the side of CT, they would have had their ultimate up as well. The planned with the 4 kills earlier, that would have pushed them to 6. Then the kill over to 7, maybe there would have just been 1 off.
I believe for the spike plant, that is 8 points though. That is the Killjoy ultimate, and we might see it get placed somewhere for a site take here.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to see it. Possibly even a push up towards C long. And then just going to be getting a lot of information here as they're going to be pushing up towards the C. The Silver Drone possibly coming out, but it looks like they're going to be rethinking their plans. Look at where Flora is, pushing so high up into this A and playing around this smoke. They have so much time and they just need to try and get the kills. Spots one, but Evie is not phased. Gets the headshot straight on the floor, and that is 1 person up for the side of Randoms. They have the advantage in players now, and they just need to keep taking their time, but it doesn't phase Mali either as they're able to get that kill onto the Yori and Garage, and it's now down to a 5v3. Will SZ be able to do anything here as the side of Randoms is going to be pushing up towards the C, not able to stop any possible pushes, but the Molly's coming out, just slowing it down, and a kill from Unique Valkyrie onto Tabri, and now it's possibly it could be a possible win here for SZ as they slowly pushed up. The refrag coming in from Dia, and Dia just getting another, and it doesn't matter. Dia is just on a rampage so far. So many kills. I believe that might be their 8th or 9th kill so far in this game, and we're only going into the 5th round.
Yeah, Dia is so precise. She's already 8-1 this half, but something that Randoms is doing so well is fishing for a reaction from SZ. They know how SZ want to play, and they're waiting in spawn. They're waiting for these pushes to come out from different parts of the map, and they're getting exactly what they want. 2 easy kills when they're all standing in different parts of the map waiting for them to walk into the sightlines. And something I like to note is the really early operate on round 4 again, but it's on the Viper. It's such an odd gun to come out here.
I mean, yeah, the operator coming out from the Viper, it is very strange, but we see the Silver Dog going to be pushed over towards this A side and getting just a bit of information onto the Astra of the side of Randoms, as they're all going to be pushing down into Suez here. We might be seeing a possible Killjoy as the Killjoy lockdown is going to be coming out. That's going to be pushing away the side of SZ here. But look at the weapons on the side of Streamer Zone. They don't have many, and Yoru almost caught with their pants down, but it doesn't matter because Mali was there just to back them up, and the Detain coming in only onto Shira though, but it is a free plant for the side of Randoms. Now, they have so much util for this post plan. They're just able to weigh it down, but only 33 health on the Yoru. But the weapon advantage for the side of Randoms is just so strong compared to the Deagles that SZ have. And the Mollies are coming out on this counter Killjoy ult, going to be trying to flush out anyone, and it might actually even hit the Silver, but no, they were ready. They're ready. They were waiting for it. But the double operator kill, the wallbang coming out, and they have so much time to play. They still have a Silver Dart and a Shock Dart ready. As the push is coming out from Dia, they know where Valkyrie is, and they're just not able to do much here, but was able to get at least 1 kill. But still, not enough time. They're just going to try and run, but this will be a possible death towards them. Oh, actually, they got the operator. What a play, actually, from Valkyrie to get out of there.
Yeah, no, that is so close to death. Literally dodging death itself. But it's such an odd investment from SC. You invest this Killjoy ult into an eco round, and ultimately it doesn't work out, and now you have to feel, what if we had this ultimate? for a round where we weren't on less weaponry and we could actually fight back.
I mean, especially on a map like Haven, you're able to place this ultimate of Killjoy just anywhere on this map for different parts of the map to get into the site and push everyone away and flush it out of potential attackers defending that spike. But the operator might come in clutch, as we see Floor has the operator in hand over on this C side and knows that there is a few down there. Just needs to slowly aim and tries to take the shot, but the stun coming out doesn't hit anyone, but they are going to be pushing a bit away. But the Astra wall coming out, just slotting off a lot of this C side, pushing away from that CT, pushing away from that garage hold as well. And it just taking away so much noise for the side of CZ. They have to play in these awkward positions, only leaving one in a sight line for sight. And it gave away so much of what they need to do. CZ are completely lost. Despite being up a player, they don't know where to position themselves. They have a good hold, though, onto the C side and B.
Yeah, no, they have a really good read of where they're going to end here. SZ have already moved 4 players towards this B site, but now they're going through garage. They still have a good read, though. 3 people towards this area. This is such a risky area for randoms to even walk into.
I mean, yeah, the Killjoy Molly is down there, but they spotted, able to take it out. But that has alerted the side of CZ here, as they're going to be pushing up. The shots coming in and a TP from Yori over into sight, but taken out by Micaiah, but Mali was able to take them out instead. And now the spike is planted. Shira able to get a kill over onto Dia, and it's now a 4v1. Can Mali do anything? No. Gets the consolation kill, but it wasn't enough as Unique Valkyrie able to take out Mali, and that will be the spike defuse and an extra point towards this silver ultimate for the side of Chikorito. And it's going to be so important in these possible plant denying spots.
Yeah, I feel like SZ have finally solved what's been going wrong in the past few rounds. They've stopped walking up and dying and practically giving free kills to random. They're making them walk into their site and then they're punishing them. They're no longer getting punished like they were in the first few rounds. And it's really nice to see that. Coming to these next few rounds, you could either stay with the same plan or you can try go back to the original one and see if you can catch randoms off guard.
Well, I feel like getting that operator after the bomb went off and just narrowly surviving, it's helped so much to the side of Streamer Zone, is they're able just to hold these strong sight lines down into this C long and this A long, and it just takes away so much possible chances for randoms to even push up, and they're scared. But it's looking like a lot of a rush going into this garage side, but they're going to just be keeping Tabri here with the Stinger in hand. The Yori TP is going to be coming out just to get a quick escape, but the smoke is going down in garage now in the window. They're not able to do much here, but has so much util to play. But look at where randoms are pushing up. They've droned out A long. They know there isn't anyone there, and they're so ready for it. The TP came out. They're able to get away, and now going to be pushing towards this A side. But did Streamer Zone hear the drone? And it seems like they have it. Shira's getting that kill over onto Tabri, and it's now put them back into a player advantage.
Yeah, the slight adjustment from Tabri there to instead of pushing all the way through into spawn, she sits inside short and gets a free kill. It is really well played and really well analyzed from that side.
And there's kills coming out from all over the map. We have the Killjoy getting the kill on the side of the random over into this garage. And then the Viper Molly coming out just to flush out the Yori who didn't have the TP to try and get away and was just stuck in the corner, unable to do anything. And now I believe it's a 3v3. They need to try and take this execution as the operator sightline is coming up, but the Viper Pit is just holding so much. The stun coming out from the Neon, not able to do anything as Eevee is able to take out Floor, and now the spike is gone down. It's a 3v2. Can randoms hold on to this? They have such a good position here. Despite Mali being low, so will Streamer Zone as they push into this. But look, Teddlebear is just slowly waiting for someone to push up, and Mali gets the kill onto Micaiah. Valkyrie able to get the kill onto the Viper, but it doesn't matter. The TP coming out. Mali was there. Mali heard it. Mali gets the kill, and that is the 5th round for randoms.
It feels like randoms are fishing for a reaction from SZ. And SZ are stopping the reactions. They're not giving randoms what they want. Yet, even once random gets the spike plant down, it's so hard to fight back into them. They have so much util. They have the Viper ult. They have so many other util. They can just place on the spike and stop you from getting into sight and defusing.
I mean, that Viper's Pit was a very big ultimate to invest, but it worked out so well for the side of randoms. They were able just to shut down any possible sightlines or even a possible retake. And the Neon just had to dash in. They had the operator. It shut down any possible defensive abilities from the side of SZ there. And it was shown so perfectly as they were able just to slowly flush out. They were playing off of each other and were able to get that kill onto floor. And it put them into such a devastating deficit of this match. And now so many kills coming out from out of nowhere. It was a garage push from the side of SZ, and they're just getting wallbangs over and over again into this garage side. 3 have gone down just outside of grass and garage. And now it's a 5v2 out of nowhere. 5 seconds is all it took for this round to be turned on its head. And it's going to be a free site exec for randoms onto the C side. As Chikorito is just stood there all the way over on A side. Just lost at what happened.
Yeah, it feels like the same story over and over and over again. They're just sitting in spawn. They're waiting for SZ just to do something. And they're punishing them every single time. They know it's an anti-eco round, and on anti-eco rounds you can either stack or you can push, and randoms know SZ are going to push, and they just wait for it, and it's working out every single time.
I mean, it doesn't even matter if randoms are losing the weapons here. They have so much econ to work with, but Chikorito is just trying to put a little bit of a dent into that. It was able to get 2, but taken out by Mali. It's a great stop by Mali. They didn't want so much deficit into that economy that they have. And they're able still to buy up a full buy, but this will be yet again another buy. But now the timeout is going to be coming in. They need to have a bit of a word with their team. What do you think that streamer zone is going to be saying?
I mean, they're pushing up too much. The rounds that they're winning, they're not pushing. They're letting them walk into their sites and then fighting them. I think this is what they have to do for the remainder of this half. They have to let them walk into sites. They have to identify information without risking lives. And then once they hit a site, they can use all of their util and flood the site before they plant. Because obviously, once they plant, this Viper, this Astra, this Killjoy, it's so hard to defuse. They have to fight them before the plant comes down. And I hope the coach is going with them that, because if they don't, this half could be catastrophic. A 10-2 half would make your game so hard to play.
I mean, we've seen how dominant randoms are, and they're showing that dominance yet again into this match. And it's just a complete obliteration. They're just shutting down any possible changes that Streamer Zone might be able to make in this. But maybe at this timeout, they will be able to decide, we need to switch it up. We need to stop pushing. Yes, we had that eco round. We needed to try and create some chances with it, but it didn't work out. How are we going to use this buy round to come back, to recuperate, and finally get these round wins that we need before we go into the second half?
Yeah, it feels like that eco is struggling so much this half. They're always forced into low buys, and it feels like they're not able to get consistent round flows going, so they are able to buy consistently.
Well, the Odin spam's going to be coming out here from the Killjoy. We saw Micaiah do this yesterday, even on this map. That Odin was just so strong, getting so much damage, especially into that window spam. But randoms are smart. They won't be playing in this position again if they know it's going to be coming out. But it doesn't matter, as Dia able to get that wall bang onto Micaiah, and that just takes them out. But look at how far they've pushed up A side here. They have so much positioning, and they're in a good crossfire here. Potential is it's looking like randoms are going to be pushing back a bit. They have the advantage in players, and here comes the Sova drone just to try and flush them out. And will they be able to see? They see the Omen, who's just going to be trying to TP away here. But do they know about the Sova? The shock dot's coming out, and the spray is also coming out. But it doesn't matter, as Chikorito is able to get one and gets a second. It's so well played by Chikorito, but it doesn't matter, as the positioning was snuffed out by the side of randoms. And that is 2 kills. But they've done such a great job here, pushing it down from a 5v4 down to a 3v2, and it is still winnable for the side of SZ as the plan goes down for randoms.
Yeah, I like the adjustment from SZ there to fight for that space using the Sova and Omen. But randoms are just so smart. They know that there's going to be at least one person there, and they find the Omen, but they don't find Chikorito. But it doesn't matter anyway, because the gunplay is just so precise. Dia getting so many kills, so many headshots, and it's proving so difficult for SZ to even claim a single round here.
I mean, it's just absolute domination here. 7-2, only 3 rounds left in the half. They want to try and make it a 7-5 as much as they can. That's going to be the possible threshold. But even if we see a 9-3, we know how prominent the 9-3 curse is in Valorant. Will we see a 9-3 curse potentially if Streamer Zone is able to get at least one more round in this half?
I mean, I sure hope so. I really want to see a close map here. But SZ are forced down to an eco again. It almost feels like when they're losing a round, getting a buy, going eco, and it's repeating over and over and over again, and it's not helping them at all.
It feels like a bit of a Groundhog Day even coming on here. Just a constant repetition of this buy. Eco and then into a buy, into another Eco. But if they're able to at least get one more round, I do believe in Streamer Zone. We saw the domination that they had on the attack of Haven yesterday. They were so far down. I believe it was a 6-6 half. And then they pulled it, only losing one round on that attack. And that'll be so important for them if they can just try and snowball an attacking lead. But Randoms, they still have a very strong defensive side. It's so equal in their defense and attack. They're able to shut down any possible attacks, but also play the post plant so well. And it's just so great to see as the plant is going to be coming over here, and it's a free A side. And it's going to be a 5v5 retake unless Chikorito oversteps just a bit too far and Tabri's able to get the kill. But look at the Killjoy sitting there in the mid with the operator. Gets one, not able to get a second as they're dancing around. And Floor able to get that next kill. Now it's going to be a 4v3. So Viper's going to be pushing up and just taking their time.
It's two guns now on the side of Asset. They have a possibility, but they can also save here. It's an operator and it's a Vandal. If they decide to save, they can. They may even have two people try. Yeah, already Yoru on the C side. They're deciding this is a save. They don't want to risk it. The post plant is so dangerous on randoms. They know they can't win this round. They're already deciding that it's not worth to even try.
I mean, Micaiah choosing the cowardly way out of getting destroyed by the bomb here, but maybe that might be a blessing in disguise. You know, they have the Vandal, they have the operator. It is available for them to try and hold down this defensive side and possibly deny a potential push. And it'll be just so nice to see if they can get this round when we saw how well they played with the operator last time, just holding down these long sight lines and making Randoms scared to push into them. And we might be able to see it again as the Neon will be holding the C long yet again. But will Valkyrie and Chikorito be doing the same strategy of pushing up into this A side? It might go a bit different here as well, as we can see that they are all pushing towards this side, and Pair just easily getting that first kill. And Chikorito taking their time with the shot and just giving away their position, and now going to be flushed out by the Molly. And they have to worry about the Killjoy ult coming out. It will give them time to try and escape from where they need to be, but it's still such a dangerous position for them as they're all hiding away. They don't want to give away any potential free kills for the side of SZ, as now the push is coming in. Chikorito getting one, but getting taken out by Pair. It's now down to a 4v3 situation as the bomb will be getting planted here. And no Sova ult to stop it as Molly was taken out so early in this round. But look at the positioning from Randoms as they're pushing over towards Shira. Tabri getting the kill, but then Floor getting the refrag onto Tabri. But it doesn't matter as Dia is there just to stop that. And now has a perfect position in Heaven. And it's just able to take out any possible flanks from here, as they're going to be giving away their position, Micaiah, and it's a great headshot onto the side of Pair. But Dia, yet again, up into the Heaven, had the great position and was able to take them out, and it is now 9-2 to Randoms.
Randoms have completely changed the pace there. Instead of playing for a post plant, they surprise SC and they push them. They catch them off guard, they fight, and they get so many kills in their spawn because SC just aren't expecting a push there. And something else they're doing so well is they're reading, as said, so well. They know everything they want to do. They know Chicharito's in position. They know that all they have to do is wait, and the kills will come to them. And it's working out so well.
Yeah, well, let's see how they're going to be trying to switch this up here. They still have a bit of a weird buy on the side of SZ here. And it just doesn't even matter. Mali, it's just so strong, just getting these early picks, and they just keep pushing up onto this A side, and it's not working out for them. SZ is just constantly repeating the same thing, hoping for a different result, but it doesn't matter. It's just constantly going in and just constantly dying, and it's giving Randoms that first blood that they need just to help snowball the round and get into where they need to be.
Yeah, the only saving grace now for SC is Makai. She has this lockdown. She needs to place this in an area where it doesn't just get destroyed by util and where they're not able just to push and die instantly. But now, coming on the side, they're still, again, waiting for a reaction from SZ, but SZ are not giving them that reaction this time. It looks like we will be finishing on the C side. Sova might fake some util towards A, droning through A short. It's going to spot out onto the Yoru here. No, slightly misses. But still, 3 people on the side of C long. They may look to go for a C exec here, and it will be.
I do believe this is the first Euro that we're actually seeing of this round, of this half even, and it is on the last round of the half, as the Flash is going to be coming out, taking out Valkyrie, and it's a shorty kill. It's so perfectly done by Tabri, just able to play inside of the smoke that they placed down themselves, which was a bit unlucky for the side of SZ, and now the Viper's Pit's coming out. But the Ultimate Hunter going to be able to shut down the possible denial from the Killjoy's ultimate, and is just doing so well here. Dia getting the kill with the utility, but Makaya able to take out Dia, not able to get any more into this last round of the half. But they need to try and push out. The Viper's Pit going to be going down as they're flushing out of Garage here, getting one, but it doesn't matter as Mali and Tedo Pair are there just to stop that push. And they're able to win that round 10-2. That is the first half, and we are going to be switching sides.
Yeah, Randoms recognize that the only saving grace for SZ was the lockdown. And they get the putt down, and they know as soon as the lockdown comes down, they're going to Silver ult. It is so well read from them.
Well, let's see how the side of Streamer Zone will be playing on this attack. We saw a very fast B push yesterday, and it was so worked out well for them. I mean, they did get a little bit lucky as they did have the Deagles and they were just getting them shots away, but it was a great clutch by the side of Streamer Zone. But will they be able to do it again? Will they be able to snowball a potential first round win into a second and try and make up the differential between Randoms and Streamer Zone? But it's just going to be so hard. And a bit of a misplay from the Killjoy util there, but it doesn't matter as Floor is able to get the early kill and the first blood on the Tabri, putting it into such a great position for Streamer Zone, as they're going to be getting that kill, possibly pulling away the players from this C side over towards the A's. That's where they think it's going to be. But look at where the gate crash is. It's all the way over towards the C side.
Yeah, it looks exactly like what we saw yesterday. We have the Neon and the Euro walk up the A long, but they have the core of people in C. They take so much people. They take so many people on the side of SZ all the way to A. But now it looks like they're changing the pace up. They're instead deciding to go through Garage and maybe go for a B hit through C.
I mean, the Viper is positioned very well into this Garage. They also have the util to play off of for the Killjoy. But look at where the alarm bot is. It's just holding over on this B side. And it's looking like it's going to be a very big push into garages. They're just taking their time. They need to call for the util coming out, but it's too late as it gets shot. And Unique Valkyrie able to get the kill on the Tetrapair. The right clicks just weren't connecting. And now it's a full flood onto this site. Dia able to get one, but Shira and Chikorito able just to clean up this C side. And now it is all of Damali who's slowly pushing behind, but Shira able to just shut that down. And there it is, the round win that Streamer Zone needed. Will this be able to snowball their lead? Or snowball and get into a potential lead?
Even though SZ comes out victorious on that round, it feels like they thought too hard and they overthought, and then they got a conclusion that could have gone a completely different direction, because they did the fake. They drew so many people towards A side, but then they slowed it down so slow and allows Randoms to move all the way over to the C side, where they had a big brawl there.
Well, this is the first pistol loss for the side of Randoms. They won that first pistol. They then won that second one as well. And it was just so well played by Streamer Zone. But as we're just taking a little bit of a breather here, we see a lot of the players in the B side. But, you know, if this game isn't up to your standards, if you want to go see another game, we also have Women in Esports streaming live on Twitch at twitch.tv/Women in Esports. It will be very good to see, and support another team as well. Maybe have both the streams open. Support everyone during this competition. But the site exec on to A, as the Sovas are both pushing out Chikorito, getting one with the Deagle and almost hitting them shots through the smoke over onto Eevee. Is it's a 2v4 situation, and can they do anything about it? The spike's down, and it's not looking like they'll be able to do anything, as the crossfire is going to be coming in. Chikorito getting a bit antsy here, but pushing up, and it's taking all the attention away from Eevee and Tabris over towards the Sova, as the Guardian was able to come out from Valkyrie and just take them all out.
On the side of SZ, their composition is a better attack side comp, and it's so nice to see that the confidence is coming online, even though it's so late into this game. If they're able to chain just together a few rounds and maybe even win this bonus, I absolutely can see them winning this entire game if they're able to keep the confidence they've just had in the past round.
Yeah, it'll be great to see how they play this as well. You know, they didn't lose many weapons on that buy up there. They had the Guardian, but they also had the Deagle, so maybe a few of them will be able to buy a few weapons here and possibly snowball the lead that they need. They're taking it in. They're already 2 up into this half, and they need to get that third one early as they can. And they just need to try and push so much. A lot of util coming out over onto the seaside, just trying to take a bit away, a bit of the util that might be there, such as the Killjoy mollies, that could deny the potential push. But the bomb is just sat down in spawn as they're just trying to make up the mind, get a lot of information of where they want to go, and nothing much is really happening on this map.
Yeah, it's 1 minute left on the clock, and they haven't actually really explored much of the space. You have Tabri in this really deep position on A, and they know that nobody's in A lobby yet. They need to find some way into the map, either by re-clearing Yusova or by finding an easy pick.
Yeah, well, it's looking like there is going to be a bit more of a push here as they were moving towards Garage, but they're going to be pushing back a bit here. They're going to be moving more towards this seaside. The Yora Gate Crash is ready onto the A if they need to teleport back, but it doesn't look like anyone's going to be pushing up towards the side of Random's defense, apart from this seaside, as they're all going to be pushing in. But the Neon Stun actually hitting their own team and slowing down this potential push. But look at where the Astra is. The Astra is sat at the back of the map, but it doesn't matter as Shira is able to get the kill. Teto Pair and Dia able to level it up and now putting it back into a 3v3. Dia just absolutely dominating these shots. So many headshots so far. It feels like they're on 100% headshot rate at this point. But Floor able to get that kill that is so much needed for the side of SZ. Just taking out any potential smokes that Randoms could have used to stop the denial of the defuse. And Micaiah getting that kill, and they know where the last one is as the fight's coming out, and Shira getting that final kill of this round over on the Mali. And it's gone from a 10-2 to 10-5, and that was such a much needed win, and not even losing that many weapons, and it's going to snowball them so far as we see the Neon 5,000 credits and the Killjoy 4,000 credits, but the timeout will be coming out. What do you think they're going to be telling their players?
Well, it feels like Randoms, there's nerves starting to kick in for them. Tabri missing just a slight shot onto the planter, screwing up the entire round for them. It is a slight mistake, and it feels like nerves might be kicking in, because a snowball might be inevitable on the side of SZ. And it feels like SZ picked the wrong side there. They picked the side with the most bodies around it, yet they're so confident in the aim, they're able to take down every single person on that site and win the round.
I mean, it's a shame that we didn't see much of that aim, and maybe it was a bit more poor decision making on the defensive side for SZ, but they're making up for it in this attack, just like they did yesterday in that match. They were able to take it from a 6-6 and only lose 1 round on that attacking side, pushing it to a 13-7. And it was so well done by them. And we're seeing it yet again on this map as the timeout is slowly whittling away. They haven't got much time left for Randoms to finally have that talk and sit down and be like, this is what we need to do. This is what we need to try and do to stop this snowball and finally finish out this game.
Yeah, as said, they understand their competition so well on the attack side. We saw it yes, like you said, losing only 1 round on the attack side, a 7-1 attack half. And now coming into this half, they have to complete the flawless run, or else Randoms will be taking the first map off of them.
Yeah, let's see how SZ are going to be pushing into this one. It's looking like there's going to be a bit of a switch up. We have the Killjoy util over onto C, but what is this recon dart going all the way over onto C side from A? I might need to use that in my next games.
You know, absolutely, it's drawing so much attention, but they're still playing so slow, fishing for reaction. And once again, it's Tabri in deep A. They know they don't have this space yet, and they're playing so slow. Now the drone coming out might spot Tabri.
But no, the Sova is able to stop that drone from pushing any further and spotting out Tabri. It's going to be such a strong position for them, but they have, I don't believe they've placed that gate crash yet. If not, they have already lost the chance to teleport away from this position, but it doesn't look like they need to use it as they're more pushing towards this crash, pushing towards this B side as well. And look at this position that Randoms have with the Viper just holding onto this B. And just able to see when this Viper wall comes down as the jump spot comes out. Unique Valkyrie able to see, and the stun coming out and stopping that potential push just to try and sneak in a cheeky little kill. As I said, pushing in there with the Neon and the Outlaw, getting a kill somehow into the faces of 3 players from Random. And Micaiah just picking up an extra kill there to push it into a 4v2. And it's looking like it's going to be the 6th round for the side of Streamer Zone.
Yeah, when you're playing this Neon Euro composition, you can't be playing slow. As soon as the spike comes down, you're fighting for space. You're fighting to kill the enemy team before they can even retake. That's exactly what they did there. You see Floor moving in and fighting, taking the fight straight in their spawn. Now Shira, doing the angle, kills Evie. One person left.
Yeah, what a great kill, but it's a consolation kill for Teto Pair there as they get the headshot onto Shira, but it's just not enough. They still have the credits to buy up next round. And it was a bit of an eco round there from randoms. They were able to get a few of the kills just to try and whittle away at the economy of Streamer Zone, but it's just not enough to put a big enough dent in it.
Yeah, this is such a crucial round for randoms now. Their economy is stable this round. If they are able to win this round, they're able to extend their economy into the next few rounds. But if they lose, it is so lost for them. It's going to snowball into a huge amount of lost rounds. And for the side of SZ, they have so much money. They can buy for almost the rest of the entire half.
Well, I mean, we're seeing the operator coming out here from Yoru. I believe that was the operator, but even though it's going to be such a strong position that they can hold and just hold down the C long sight line. But the drone's going to be coming out over towards the B side here, not spotting anyone yet, but the Odin is ready for Teto Pair. They are ready to just spray through this wall, but they don't have the Sova utility just to spot there and just spray through the walls to get a guaranteed kill. But look at where the Yoru is positioned, so far up onto this B side, and look at where the Neon is as well, so far up A, and Sova just doesn't even know about it.
Yeah, if Floor decides to walk back here, she's going to walk straight into the sideline of the Sova. But Sova now deciding to push spawn. It's like two ships passing in the night. Floor still remaining on A side.
It's going to be a very interesting round here, though, as they get the kill with the shorty on the Tabri, but 17 health left to push into here. The Omen smoke's coming out, but look at where Mali is, slowly pushing behind, but has to go through garage.
But look at Floor.
Don't know, but look where Floor is, all the way into the CT side, and they're going to be able to get a possible kill, and they do on the Dia, the headshot. Now able to push over, has so much chance to get there, but Mali able to get that consolation kill over onto Chikorito as Floor gets another kill over onto Eevee, and it's now a 2v4 situation. Not much that randoms can do, and this is going to be such an important round for SZ, just slowly dwindling away at the economy of randoms, and they're just going to be running away. They need to try and keep these weapons in a possible chance into going into this next round.
It's such a massive mistake from randoms there to have cleared A long but not clear A short. They leave Floor in such a good position to flank and just get the easy lurk kill to secure the round.
Yeah, but look over here, Mali was able to get one over onto Unique Valkyrie, but no able to get the second, and it's going to be so important for them as their economy, it's just gone. They're not able to buy up anything for this, and it's going to just keep snowballing for the side of CZ here. And this is what we want to see. We wanted to see this attacking side from Streamer Zone, and this is what we got. We were so excited to see it. They dominated so much in the games yesterday on that attacking side, and we're seeing it yet again going in this match against Random. It was 10-2. It is now up to 10-7.
It's such an exciting and explosive competition to watch. It's just so enjoyable. And now, heading onto the A side, they might look for a faster pace change. They might look to hit the site as fast as they can.
I feel like we might need to see a bit of a push, a five-person push over towards one of the sites and just gamble it, because nothing seems to be working for this defensive side of randoms. They have the strong composition for it. They have the Sova Dart. They're able to get the information. They have the Yoru blinds as well, but they're just not utilizing it. And it's a free site for SZ, as they're going to be slowly just trying to take a lot of space here. The Omen already all the way up into heaven, and it's just getting ready for anyone to push up. But randoms are smart. They should know this. But three of the players pushing back, but Makai and Shira are ready for it. Teto Pair just getting one of the kills with the Odin and the headshot, and needs to take their time here. But do they know about the Sova? So close to them, so little health as well. Spots them and gets the kill. But Unique Valkyrie getting a kill over onto Eevee. It's now a 2v3. It is still winnable as they're pushing all the way over. And the headshot, even while stunned from Dia. What a kill that was. They know that the Omen is up top, but Makaya getting the kill over onto Teto Pair. And it's such a detrimental kill for the side of SZ, as they're going to be trying to just run away here and not get. And the pop and swing coming out, a lot of shots missed, but still ended up getting the kill. And even if they didn't, I believe that they would have died to the bomb there.
Yeah, typically you see maybe one hero rifle come out in an eco round, but instead, randoms decide to cover a hero Odin come out on the side of Tower, which is quite interesting going to pull. And it ultimately doesn't work out on this side. They have people go in the flank, but they aren't able to convert anything. They are able to get the kill on the Sova, but it doesn't mean anything to the overall state of the round.
Well, here comes the second timeout. I believe this might be another timeout by randoms. And they just need to try and get this talk into them. They don't know where they're going wrong, and they need to try and figure it out. What will they be talking about in this one? What do we think a switch up could be seen here?
Well, I think they're giving the site too easily. Obviously, the Yoru and the Neon are really aggressive. They really want to fight you, but they're giving it up way too easily. They need to be fighting back. They need to be confident and take jewels, because if you don't take these jewels confidently, you're going to let them stomp all over you, and that is not what you want in this situation, especially when they're snowballing so hard.
I mean, it just seems like they're copying off what Streamer Zone done in this first half and just giving away too much too easily. Instead of just pushing up so aggressively, they're setting back way too passively. And it's a complete opposite different playstyles, but it's working out so well for Streamer Zone. As we saw, they love the aggression. They were aggressive on the defensive side as well, which didn't work out for them, but it's working out so well for them here. I believe that is 6 back-to-back round wins for Streamer Zone so far in the second half, and just not even one loss. But random, they need to put a stop to it as soon as they can, because one more round win, if only puts it up to a 1 round differential. The Silverdar coming out, getting a bit of information over towards of where SZ might be pushing up, but look how far the Neon is already so far up. Notices the Viper's Pit, and will they push into it as the Killjoy ult is going to be coming out? Will they push up and try and destroy it? They need to do something about it though, but looks like Viper might just sit inside of this smoke and just hope for the best as the peak is coming out. There goes the Viper's Pit. It has gone down, and it should be a free site for SZ here. Is it the 5v4 as they push into this B site, trying to get this bomb down, and the shots coming out. Eevee not able to get one, but Dia gets that refrag over onto Chicharito. Mali then getting the kill on the Shira. It's so much closer now to 3v3. The operators in hand for Tabri as they're going to be slowly pushing from the seaside and getting this flank over here, and they know that the Omen is going to be playing around here, but they hear the footsteps. The shot is coming out. The flash not able to get one, but Mali able to get another kill. The defender's Killjoy ult is coming out and just stopping the Munich Valkyrie, getting a kill on the Mali, but Dia yet again there to stop anything and just getting that refrag over. And Micaiah possibly saving this round for SZ as the defuse needs to come out here. Tabri getting it half, and then need to peek out, and the peek comes, and Micaiah gets the kill just in time, stopping the defuse, and that is the 9th round win for SZ.
Micaiah is so clutch. 19 and 12 already in this game. It felt like it was so hopeless, but Micaiah is single-handedly bringing this game back. The Yoru, Tabri getting so deep on C-Long, but it doesn't matter because they identify aggression towards A. You have the Viper roll, and they know the only site they can hit is B. They might know that Tabri has the operators. They decide not to even walk into a single sight line there.
I mean, the side of randoms did go down early and giving away that first blood, but it looks like they played that round so much better than they did the other previous 6. They were able to get it down to just 1, but look at Shira getting that early kill over towards this C-Long. The outlaw in hand was just so ready and getting the headshot, getting the kill over onto this eco buy of randoms. It's going to be such a strong weapon as they now have the advantage in players, and they're just stopping any potential information that could be coming out. And there it is again, another kill. The outlaw so strong in this position on the eco, and it's just taking away any possible hope that randoms had to flawless this game.
It feels like SZ are absolutely dominating the map. It feels like what we saw in randoms. They expect aggression, and they punish every ounce of aggression coming out from the side of randoms.
Techno pair missing a few shots there, but able to get the headshots when it's needed. Needs to try and get a few more, but Chikorito is just ready, getting the headshot through the wall. A bit of a run and gun there as well, but they're going to be pushing out, but just taken out by Floor. Another shorty in hand, getting the kill onto Eevee, and that is a 3k for Floor. It's an amazing round win, and it's now tied up the score. It's 10-10. It was 10-2. They are just struggling so much to try and get back into this game, but it's such a great comeback that we are seeing from Streamer Zone. And could this be a potential flawless half?
And there's no more timeouts for random. This is they use their final timeout, and they have to be playing off their instincts now. They're getting rolled so hard, they need to find any way to stop this bulldozer, because they're going to get absolutely ran over if they don't find anything in the next 3 rounds.
Yeah, it's all to play for now for both of these teams. Only 3 rounds in it. And it's just so close. A minute 30, the round just starting, but we're seeing a lot of util in Dia. Finally, they've got the first blood. This is what they needed. Every time I believe we have seen the side of randoms getting that first blood, they're able to snowball it and just take over the round. And this could be the potential round win, which can stop this dominating pressure from the attacking side of CZ.
But they've given the site over to SC. SC now have the site. They will plant it, and I expect to see so much aggression coming out. How will randoms handle this?
I mean, they don't have the utility to take it out apart from the Hunter's Fury. Telepet getting a kill, and now it is all down to Micaiah. This flank over from B, but Mali is ready for it. And there we have it, the first round. I spoke the curse into existence. I said, will this be a flawless? And straight away, randoms have replied with that, and they said, no, it is not going to be a flawless. We are taking this round win, and we are going to win this game out now.
Yeah, randoms say, I understand it now, and they punish Floor there on the aggression. They understand that Floor is going to push an angle. So they have Tedopair, they have Dia on this crossfire. And as soon as Floor walks into the crossfire, she's absolutely executed. It is such a good way to play the game.
Yeah, and we're seeing the defuse coming out from the Killjoy, meaning that they are going to be close to this ultimate. 23 and 15 from Dia. And I believe at least 90% of those kills are going to be the headshots. But now, as said, they're going to be calling this timeout. They need to try and stop the potential snowball that randoms could have. And they just don't want them to try and get that momentum to push them over the edge and take so much aggression away from the side of SZ, which they have shown so far in this half.
Yeah, absolutely. It is such a smart timeout, right? You've got such a good snowball going, and as soon as it's interrupted, you need to make sure that that snowball keeps building. It can't break. You have to make sure that these next few rounds are yours. Because as soon as this fake comeback is true, you're going to be so shattered for the next map. You need to make sure that this game is won, so that your mental is really well prepared into the next map.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's not long left of this timeout now, and they're just probably not even going to be talking about much as trying to not let the hype train from the side of randoms get to their head. Not going to let them snowball themselves more into this round and finish out these last 2 rounds that they need, despite going down 8 rounds in the second half. And it's all that they need. They just need to try and stop any potential worries that they will have, as randoms are only 2 away from winning this game now, or they could be pushed into an overtime.
Yeah, no, we see Floor now with the Neon Ultimate. We could see so much more aggression come out. Obviously, without the Neon Ult, you can be aggressive. With the Neon Ult, you can push angles while sliding. 100% accuracy and kill so many people.
I mean, the early blood's coming in from the side of randoms now, and it's already down to a 4v2. And doesn't even matter with the paranoia from Unique Valkyrie coming out over onto Teopair, but they do not care as they get the headshot anyway, and it's now all down to Micaiah. And it's such an important round that SZ needed a win to try and stop the potential outbreak from randoms, but it doesn't matter. They shut it down. They were like, thank you for that timeout. We have a lot of time now to think about what we want to do, and they're showing the domination that they had. The first blood coming out from Dia over onto A main here, and now it is all up to Micaiah. They want the 1v1s, but look at this positioning from Tabri and Tedopair and Eevee, both doubled up over towards this long, and Tabri able to get the headshot, shutting down Micaiah, and it is now match point for randoms.
It's absolute heartbreak for SZ. They've made such a good attempt into trying to get back this game. It was 10-2. That is such a large deficit. And for now the score to be 12-10, you have to be proud of yourselves. But 3 rounds left, 3 opportunities for randoms to close out this game. I'm sure hope that SZ will give any more attempt left in them to be able to even try and win this half.
I mean, they need this round. This is the most important round that they have had so far in this competition. This round could mean the potential outbreak of a devastating loss. They were so close to coming back in this, and now it's all down to a potential 1 round difference as we see the Yoru drone coming out, the Silver drone coming out, spotting the Yoru, the flash just to try and distract it away and not give away any positions, but it doesn't matter. They're not doing much with it. They have the information, but the Yoru is able to rotate towards this A site, as well as keeping the gate crash just ready. But It's a bit of a dangerous gate crash, as it's right in the open for if they decide to teleport, unless there is a smoke there.
Yeah, this whole game feels so much like Fnatic versus NRG in the VCT Grand Finals. It is such a big comeback, and now it's on 12 points. You have to close out this game, or else the next few games will be so difficult being on the back foot.
I mean, it's no icebox and an absolute magnificent comeback from the Fnatic, but this is a potential comeback for the side of SZ. No bomb down and only 45 seconds left on the clock as they're going to be pushing towards this B site. The paranoia coming in and all the smokes, taking out the Killjoy turret, just getting a lot, and Chikorito able to get that important kill over onto Mali. But the bomb going to be getting denied here as Dia gets a kill onto Shira, and Shira getting refragged by Unique Valkyrie. A lot of kills coming out from the side of SZ. He has a 2v3. Eevee getting one of the kills, and it's now a 1v1 situation as Tedope is able to get one of the kills, and now a 1v1. They have the bomb in hand, moving over towards the seaside and need to plant in the open, not give any possible information of where they could be playing from, and it's going to be a fast rush. 12 seconds left. The bomb is down. It's all to play for. Unique Valkyrie has one smoke left in hand and only 30 HP for the side of Tedope. And the one way coming out. This is very important and very well played by Unique Valkyrie, as this is what they need. And the tap going to be coming out. They don't know where Valkyrie is though, as Valkyrie's going to be slowly peeking here. Has the information, not on bomb. They can take their time. It's not even half yet. And the Viper wall going to be coming up. No shots coming out from the Omen yet, but there it is through the smoke, taking out Tedope. And that is the round win that SZ needed. It was absolute pandemonium on that B side. So many bodies flying, so many bodies dropping, and a lot of kills coming out from both these sides. And it was so close from being a round win out and a map win for the side of randoms. But Valkyrie was able to stop that and now give them a second chance in this game.
Yeah, with SZ having no smokes there and hitting the B site, it is so messy. There's such a big brawl going on, and both teams feel like they have no clue what was going on, looking forth, back, right, and there's people everywhere, bodies dropping, and eventually it does come out of an SZ win. It's one more point, and then it's overtime. All they have to do is clutch this round out.
The Viper's pick going to be coming out over towards this A side and just trying to stop any potential pushes. And I don't believe that Micaiah has her ultimate online. Still needs 2 points towards that. And that would have been so important for the push onto this A site to flush out of that Viper's pit. But the drone coming out from Mali, getting a bit of information no one's seen in mid yet, as they're still deciding on where to push.
Yeah, now into this mid round, you have to decide, do we want to push into the Viper ultimate, or would we rather push into a site where we know there's going to be more people? But look, Tabriz is already pushed up, about to see spawn. Might get so much influence for your role, coming straight to the Viper ult. She has to be careful here.
It's so important, but we are going to be seeing a combination ult here from the Yoru and the Sova, as they're not able to do much, and the shots coming out, be able to get one as the Yoru TP'd away, the Viper's pick going down, but a lot of kills from both the sides here, but it is a 4v2 situation. The Astra ult coming out, but Floor has the finger guns ready, but Eevee able to shut it down. It is now a 4v1, and it's looking all over for the side of SZ, as they need to just push into these bodies and get one, able to possibly clutch out this round, as the TB is going to be coming out over towards just into this little cubby. Nothing much, but the gate crash cancelled, and Mali able to end off this round, and that is the first round win, and the first map win, sorry, for the side of randoms. What a dominant display that we saw in that first half, but what a potential comeback that was seen. It was written in the stars for the side of Streamer Zone, and it was beautifully done.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It feels like they finally figured out how to deal with the aggression. They spent so much of the half trying to figure out how do we deal with the Neon, how do we deal with the Yoru, and they finally figured it out. They're waiting at these chokes for the Neon to push, for the Yoru to flash through, and they're playing anti-flash. They're punishing with off angles, and they're also punishing by playing so many crossfires.
I mean, there was so many clippable moments in that as well, so make sure that you go back into the stream and get those clips going. We want to see how much exciting moments happened in that match, and we just want to be able to review them all, but so many potential moments that could have turned the tide for either of these teams, and we saw that. It was 8 round wins in a row for the side of Streamer Zone, and it was so important to them. And it honestly breaks my heart seeing that they weren't able to bring it out to at least an overtime, but they've done so well getting those 11 round wins against such a dominant side that was Randoms throughout this whole tournament.
Yeah, no, but something I would like to point out, the two players are the two killjoys. They played so well the half, clutching up so many rounds and getting so many frags across the map. It was so spectacular to watch that they're getting so many picks even while being on the lurk, even while holding so much space across the map and having so much pressure on their back.
Well, MVPs for that match, I'm going to go for Dia.
I'm going for Dia as well.
Dia, so many kills. The headshots were coming in left, right, and center. And for a Sentinel to be able to do that, they're normally just seen as sitting back, just being able to hold off the potential pushes. And it doesn't even matter, as they were playing more of a duelist that game, getting so many first bloods early into the game, clutching out so many rounds for the side of Randoms. And honestly, they were the glue that held that team together throughout that. And I would love to know what they were able to say during those timeouts. I want to know what SZ were thinking going into that second half and what changed and what made them come out and look like a completely different side from what we saw in that first half.
Yeah, obviously though, that was Random's map pick, and for it to be so close, you might be worried coming to the next map, because of course, that is not comfort for SC Indigo. SC Indigo typically like this Yoru Sage, and this is a bit of a flex composition for them. So now, coming into Abyss, it is SC Indigo's map pick, and for a first map to be so close, you have to make sure you're playing at your absolute best in the next match to win.
Well, I mean, we haven't really seen it much from either side, but you have to wonder, what are these compositions going to be like? What are the strategies going to be going into this? I do believe that we will see the chamber from both these sides, and it's going to be so many kills. We saw how well Dia played, and it's going to be great to see what they're going to be picking. Like, I believe Dia does play that chamber, especially on the Pearl, the Corrode, the Split. So seeing it coming out onto this Abyss potentially, with the aim that they went into in that first game, it's going to be an absolute bloodbath.
No, absolutely. There's so much confidence coming out from Dia. And for Dia to maybe move into a champ where she is able to take such aggressive angles and take so many more first fights, I'm so excited to see what will happen next map.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't actually seen the Abyss come out from the side of Randoms yet. So we don't know what the potential team comp could look like, but I do believe we should be able to get guests along the likes of Chamber, the Yoru again. But what type of smokes are we going to be seeing? Are we going to be seeing that Astra come out again?
Absolutely. I assume from the side of Randoms, Astra will be coming out once again. And maybe we might see it from the side of SZ Indigo. I'm not sure. They might decide they want to go towards Comfort and play the Omen, but I would be excited to see an Astra versus Astra head matchup.
Well, I really hope that they take my strategy. Hopefully they were listening yesterday when I did mention my strategy on Abyss, you know, that 3 into A main and then the 2 into the mid, pulling back that Astra smoke and just able to completely pincer this defensive side on that A side and just kill as many as they can. It should... I hope we see it. It's a common strategy,
Honestly,
I feel.
you should contact SE Indigo in this halftime and give them that strat so we can go to a third map, because I'd love to see a decider map come to it.
Now, I would do that, but I feel like I would lose my job. You know,
maybe.
We can't be losing our job so early into it, you know, into the career. But it's going to be so exciting to see, and I can't wait for this map to be coming up. It's going to be Abyss. What side is going to be taking the attack or defense first?
I think this map will be very defense-sided with the comps they've been playing, and I am excited to see how they're able to solve the attack side, and to make sure that it isn't just, once again, a bit of a stomp from both sides on the attack side, and instead move towards maybe a more even 6-6 halves, because that's a lot more fun to see than see two teams stomp over each other.
Well, it's going to be great. We will be going into a short break here, but make sure to check out the Women in Esports Twitch as well during this short break. They might be in a game, they might not be, but show a bit of support to both the streams, and we will be back very shortly. Wow, what a game that we had. We saw such a dominating side of randoms in that first half, taking it a 10-2 half, and then a complete switch around from the side of SZ there, getting 8 rounds in a row and almost taking it to overtime.
Yeah, it's a bit of a false comeback, but it's honestly a really good attempt. Obviously, you're down 10-2, you must feel so awful. It's your tournament life. It's a 1 life bracket, right? You lose, you're out. You're 10-2. For you able to fight back that hard and make it to almost overtime, you have to feel good about yourself despite the loss.
Now, do you think that there will be a bit of a similar display here going into this BIS map? We have the Indigo side picking this one. Hopefully they'll be able to come out a bit stronger onto their chosen side. And will it be another sweep in one of the halves and then an opposition switch in the second half?
So randoms have decided to take the defense side on a BIS. It's not their map pick, so they choose a side. So they have chosen to defend, which to me makes sense. You want to get that early advantage, and their comps are typically defender-sided, and, well, at least on a BIS. So for them to come out on defense first, we might want them to see a really strong defense half so they can put so much pressure once again on the backs of SE Indigo.
I mean, from my experience playing on this map of BIS, it does feel very hard to attack, you know. Once you've used up a few of these strategies, it feels so repetitive, and it feels like the enemy are just able to shut down any potential chances that you have. But there has been changes to the map, I believe, since last time I played. This mid is changed up quite a bit. There is more access over towards the sites now, and there is a bit more of these sight lines that the players can choose. So hopefully it will switch up a bit of what we can see in like previous tournaments and give us a new bit of life into this map.
Yeah, no, this will be an absolute battle of the IGLs. The strats will have to be on point in this map to be able to win. Because like you said, it's very repetitive. In this mid round is the most important part of the game. Because obviously in this map, taking space can be more difficult. It's not like Haven, where you have a lot of extended parts of the map. It is just a site, a choke, and then the spawn. So you have to make sure this mid round is on point and you're hitting the correct sites to not walk into 3-4 people or perhaps so much sentinel util.
Yeah, and I feel like the middle of the map as well, it doesn't seem as important as it's like so far into the defender's spawn. It feels like you're right where they spawn as soon as you push up to there. But once you have that mid control, it puts so much pressure because they need to be able to do very fast 180s to try and just see if anyone is going to be pushing up. And it puts so much pressure on the back of the defenders if the attackers are able to move up into that middle space and just take out any potential holds that the defenders are holding.
Yeah. Now, typically, a base in the past used to be maybe a very Cypher, like Cypher and Vice were very important to this map. But now, we're moving on to the Chamber meta, where Chamber is a very, very strong Sentinel, with the other Sentinels being just very, very weak. Now, we have seen, like we mentioned before, the Killjoys were very pivotal to the final map. Now, moving over to Chamber, we might see so many more opening picks come out from the Sentinels.
Well, I believe we'll be able to see if the Chamber's coming out as we're going into Agent Select. And we are ready for it. It's going to be very interesting to see what these sides pull out. We're hoping for the Chamber from both the sides. The aim from some of the players, such as Dia, was so strong. And here we have it. We have Flaw on that Chamber. We saw it before. We saw it on the Sunset and how strong it was for her. But what will Dia be picking here? We have the Astra coming out yet again. They love these Astra picks on it. But as we saw previously, the Sage, we're finally seeing the Sage come out again.
Yeah, it's this double Sentinel comp that they love to play across so many maps. That is Haven, the only map we haven't seen that come out on. So I understand why maybe randoms wanted to go towards Haven, but now we're on Abyss. We're going to see Astra on both sides, a head-to-head Astra matchup, which is something that I did expect and has come out.
Well, I mean, Tedo pair will be the one on the Chamber today. It's very interesting. I do know that Teto does like to play the Killjoy. They like to play the Viper. They play Teho on Bind, Viper on Haven, Split, Corrode, and KG on Pearl. But we haven't seen them on Abyss yet, and it seems like they have the Chamber pick for Teto. So it'll be interesting to see what Dia will be pulling up here. But I want to talk a bit about Unique Valkyrie on the Astra. We haven't seen the Astra come out from them yet.
Not yet, no, that is a new pick for us, and it makes sense. Abyss is a map where Astra is so strong that ult divides so many sight lines and grants you free sites, or able just to retake sites if you need to.
Well, I mean, Astra on both sides, No Omen on the side, just a single smoke, but we are loading into the game here. We are getting ready to see a very exciting map 2. Do you think this will be a 2-0 sweep, or will we go to a map 3?
I think it may be a 2-0 sweep here. Randoms have the momentum. They have what it takes just to push this next map win and take this series. But my heart tells me I really want to see a map 3 here.
Yeah, well, we're going into the game now, and we have the players here getting ready onto these sides. And B has changed up so much since the last time I played this. We have these extra boxes. We have the cubby underneath where the default plant is now normally held. And it's so important to get the bomb down as deep as you can, because of that hold throughout the window and just in that B main. It's very good to see, but what we're seeing from the players coming out there, it's very interesting. But we have the early push over towards the B here. The chamber of SZ is going to be pushing towards this A side and gets a few shots away, but TP's out the safe. But the Yoru TP all the way over to B. They know that there was 3 towards A. They want to push into the site as fast as they can. But look at Evie over in this smoke, playing it so carefully, as Mali might get caught out short here, but it doesn't matter, as Dia and Mali are able to pick up the kills. Dia getting another, and Dia getting the 3rd kill, getting the 3k and securing that round, picking up that deagle, which will be so important to the 2nd round. And it's looking like a repeat of last match.
It's an absolute slaughter there on the B site. They expect the push and they punish every single person there. And you see Floor walk up into mid and unfortunately misses a few crucial shots that could have changed the entire course of the round there. A slight compositional difference we're seeing is instead of the Sage, randoms have this Omen, which grants them so much more smoke presence, controlling a lot of the map. And the Sage unfortunately only sort of works on the defense side. You are able to stop pushes, but you need to be on the site to use the slow ops to even have them be effective at all.
Well, it's going to be a very big mid push over here from SZ, as they're going to be pushing over towards the mid, but the Yoru blind coming out just to try and slow them down, and Tabri able to get that kill over on the floor. But look how many are pushing up. Makai able to get that pistol kill, and now that is a 3 Guardian for the side of SZ, as they're going to be pushing towards this A side through CT. The rotations are going to be coming over, and it's looking like Astra's a bit lost here, but look at how much space we have from Mali and Dia. They've pushed so high up into this A main, and do the side of streamers don't know about it, as the plant is going to be coming out and they're going to be playing forward towards the CT side, and the smoke, they must know about it. It's coming out, it's stopping them, and they're going to be slowly pushing out this, and Chikorito is just so ready for it. They know there's going to be at least one more as the shots are coming out from the Guardian, and it's such an important round for SZ to win here. They're getting so many weapons, they're increasing their arsenals. The shots are coming out, not able to do much with it, but gets the kill overall to Shira. But now they need to push back over towards this bomb, and the Headhunter coming out, the Guardian in hand for Micaiah, and it doesn't matter as Tedopair is showing why she needs to be on this chamber. But it's looking like, I thought they weren't going to defuse there for a second, but that is going to be the defuse in the 2nd round for randoms.
Yeah, it is a really good attempt from SZ. They push 5 people up mid, and they decide they're going towards the A side. On the side of randoms, they have two people splits across the map, and SZ punished that by pushing one of the splits. They know they're divided into 2 groups, and they go for an all-out brawl against one of the groups. So it's so much damage on the side of randoms. Now, coming into the bonus round, less weaponry on their side.
I honestly thought that would have been a round win towards Streamer Zone Indigo there, but just the randoms were able to keep composed, and they made the side of SZ push towards that A main, and it pulled them away from the bomb as they were able to rotate back around, and they must have thought that everyone was there. But now we see Floor, Headhunter in hand, gets the headshot, the chamber diff over onto Tedopair, and it's such an important kill. They get that first blood. They now have so much more presence, and look at how far up mid they have already pushed.
Yeah, like we mentioned earlier, the Chambers will be trying to find so many first bloods here, both on a head-to-head battle, trying to find the advantage for their team.
Oh, a very close potential kill there for Tabri, and just wasn't able to get it. Is the TP coming out, and what a jump from Dia, able to get the kill and might be able to TP out and gets it away scot-free. How have you done that, Dia? How did you make that jump? Able to get the kill as well. And now the silver darts coming out. Jira able to get that kill up onto Dia. Finally taking revenge for that amazing play that they done over onto that A main. But Shira picking up more kills, and Chikorito, they had the weapon advantage. They were able to take them out, and now that is going to be the first round win. And it's looking like it is going to be a bit of a repeat. I believe we saw this on that first map in Haven. It was a first 2 round wins towards Random, and then a round win towards SZ.
It is such a bold play from Deer there to jump through onto main, get a kill, and get out. The confidence is on display for Randoms here. They know they want to take these fights, and they're taking them with utmost confidence. Now, SZ finally managed to claim one back on the board, but Randoms, they look like they absolutely want to dominate SZ here.
I mean, I can't tell you the amount of times that I've tried that jump and have failed absolutely horrifically. I believe I haven't even made it once, unless I've used the jet float over to get over to it. And even then, I'll sometimes fall. You know, a bit of a misplay from me.
Yeah, no, it's absolutely silent when you don't have that jet flow, when you don't have abilities. So Dia, like a stealthy assassin, just assassinates floor in main. It is so well played.
I was very surprised they even got away with that so freely and was able to TP out. But then, it doesn't even matter if Shiro was able to get that kill up onto them. But not a lot going on here, as they are going to be playing a default. They know that Randoms are going to be buying up here, so they need to try and take their time. Is the jump almost missing the rope there as they push more into this catwalk on the middle side, and it's looking like we might see a bit of a Yoru clash. As the shots are coming out, Tabri not able to get the kill over on Unique Valkyrie, and the first blow coming out, the operator miss from Tetope. It was detrimental that she hit that, but wasn't able to get the kill away. And now we see the side of SZ pushing towards this A side, getting ready for the execute.
Yeah, they identify the operator and they know we don't want to rewalk in the sidelines. We don't have enough smokes for that. So now they're going to go towards the side. But there is a 3 stack, and then you have to be really careful while hitting the side.
The silver darts coming out, but the paranoia coming on. Mali getting 2, and Dia getting that 3rd, into the 4th, and then the 5th. It doesn't even matter. Dia getting the 3K, shutting down any potential push that SZ had going into that A site, and was able to shut it down completely perfectly. The paranoia was perfect, blinding so many sides of Streamer Zone and just stopping that push.
Yeah, SZ started off their round so well. They expected aggression and they punished the Yoru walking at mid. But they spotted the operator and they were all herded into a site where Randoms had 3 people stacked. They knew the operator was going to change their direction, and they punish it. They have the flood, they have the omen blind, and they punish every single part of SZ.
Well, it's looking like we're seeing a completely different side of Randoms, as they weren't the strongest on defense last map on that Haven, but they're showing a completely different side. They must be a bit more comfortable on this map. I mean, we haven't seen it from them, but maybe they've been secretly practicing it behind the backs of SZ. They didn't know what potential composition that Randoms would have went into this map with, and it's proven as Dia gets the shot over onto Chamber, and it's now the first blood yet again for Dia, proving why they are the GOAT so far in this map.
Yeah, they understand that Floor is going to want to look for these first bloods, and they punish that again. The aggression coming out from SZ is punished by Randoms. It feels like it's a story told over and over and over and over again.
I mean, normally we see quite a lot of mid presence coming up. Normally someone sitting all the way up at the top, at least someone with a TP such as the Chamber. But they're holding more towards the links. And Tetope able to get the headshot with that headhunter. And then the second Eevee able to get that 3rd kill there. And that is the flawless for the side of Randoms, as they're picking up kills left, right, and center from every single part of the map.
Yeah. These chambers are so precise. They're hitting every single shot they need to. Sure, Tetope does miss the initial operator shot, but the headhunter is so cheap and so effective in those situations.
Well, we have so many ultimates online from both teams here. I believe equal in ultimates 4 apiece. But will we see them coming out? I believe this might be a bit of a lower buy here for the side of SZ. Oh, scratch that, sorry. They are buying this round. They have a lot of money and so much economy to work with, but we have the Sage Res. We might be able to see this. They need to push a bit aggressive, trying to get these fights where they can punish and get the kills and try and revive to get the advantage back. But it doesn't matter, as Dia is able to get the kill and run back away. Will they be able to do anything? The ultimate coming out, resurrecting, and not able to punish the res.
There are so many ultimates on either side of the board here. They do still have the Yoru Sova combo they can go for, but they have to be careful. They haven't explored that much the map, and they have left mid open. The Yoru could make this complete round a chaos for them. But looking at the A side, there are 4 people stacked here. You have the Astra still on the B side. If she is able to explore and get information, they could do a full rotate here.
Well, look how strong this position is from Tauri. Like you said, they push up into this middle and going to be getting the shots over onto Chikorito. But are they going to get the kill? No. Slowly just whiffing away as the shots are coming out. And Chikorito able to get that kill onto Tauri. But DS just doesn't even care about it as they get the 3K. Now only 2 players left on the side of SZ. Can they get the ace that we've been hoping for so much? But Chikorito able to take out 2 with the 3K. And now it is 1 left. Dia needs 1 more for that ace. Will they be able to get it? Only 2 left on the side of Random as we see the Astra pushing in to A from the CT side. They have access to the bomb. They don't know where they are, but only 12 seconds left. The drone coming out from the Silver, able to pick up the information, and Dia just needs to push, but it's so dangerous. 4 seconds left on the clock as the plant is going to be going down. Omen pushing up above. Do they know? Yes, Unique Valkyrie getting the kill. And it's a bit of a misplay because they didn't play together, and it allowed Unique Valkyrie just to get those kills and clutch out that round, which should have been a surefire win for Random.
She is so clutch there. She understands that after the plant comes down, there is absolutely going to be so much aggression, and she deals with it so well. The Omen TB punished, getting the kill, and then getting such a nice shot onto Micaiah there for the second.
I mean, it's absolutely unbelievable from them right there. I don't even know how they were able to do it as they still were pulling out their gun, and it must have just been a bit of a whiff after 4 amazing shots from Dia. Was just choking on that ace and not able to finish it out. And it's so unlucky because we still just want this ace to happen. We haven't seen it. But Dia showing why they deserve an ace. They're getting another first blood. They're getting the kills. Tedopair then matching the kills again with that ultimate coming out. And it's so important for them just to try and shut down any possible attack. And they're back up in numbers. But will they be able to keep this advantage?
Yeah, even after a round loss, they're not unconfident. They know their gameplay is going to work, and their style of gameplay is going to work, and it absolutely works. 2 first bloods coming out for Random. It is so smart of them to push mid and punish what could be any aggression from the side of SZ there.
Well, Valkyrie in a good position here, sitting up on window, able to see over the top of the smoke and just going to be able to see the top of the forehead, but it doesn't matter. The smoke is gone. But the ultimate is coming out yet again from Chamber, getting a kill over onto Shira. Eevee taking out Valkyrie in that long range duel from window to window. And then Eevee clutching out that round, finishing off Chicharito. And that will be a flawless from the side of Random. Now pushing it up 5-2.
Yeah, Dia and Tedopair are doing so well this half already, putting 9-2 and 7-1 on the board. Tedopair, she's playing so well and she's playing so confidently. Even the round before this, when the Astro Roll comes out, she pushes through with the operator and gets a kill at close range. She's got so much confidence, and it's helping Random so well to close out of these rounds.
Well, I mean, it's looking like a bit of a repeat of that first half in that Haven match. You know, they were up around the same 5-2, but then Random were just able to slowly and surely get a bit more of a snowball going up. And yet again, Tedopair, it's just the operator constantly. They have so much chances. They have the ultimate, even if they don't have enough for that operator, if they have enough points, and they're able to get the kill. But as I said, pushing into this side, and Dia and Tabi shutting down the push. Dia knows where they are and takes out Floor. That is another kill on the board, pushing Dia into double digits. And it just seems unfair with how strong and how potent Dia is with these shots.
Yeah, but it feels like on the side of Randoms, they're getting every single first blood. There's about 1 round where we saw Floor fight back, but other than that, Tedopair and Dia have been getting the first bloods every single round, and it is so bad for SZ. It's disturbing their plan really hard when they're not even able to have an advantage in any of the rounds when they're constantly down 1.
Well, how do you think this team talk's going to be going for the side of SZ here? They need to try and switch up the strategy. What they've been doing isn't working. It seems that the rounds that they have won have been a bit scrappy and haven't been full of confidence.
Well, it feels like, once again, the first blood. They're not confident taking these first draws into the fight, and it's really bringing them down. Because, unfortunately, they're always down 1. And it's not helping when you try to exit a site with 4. When you're exiting a site with 3, you're losing so many bodies at the start of the rounds, and you've got to find a way to get the first bloods back in your favor so you're not always down 1.
They need to try and take a bit of a gamble, or even just use a bit of the utility to try and scope out of where these players are playing, such as where the chamber is, or even just trying to stay away from Dia and Tedopair, as it seems like they are the main combatants that they are struggling with. but it doesn't help when they're playing on opposite sides of the map, so they don't have a choice of where to go. They're pushed into one lane, and it's not good for them. But the timeout has finally ended, and it was actually a timeout by Random, possibly trying to stop what could have happened for SZ.
Yeah, no, but this chamber op is so strong. You're able to play in these risky positions, like I've said previously, and get these easy first bloods. And now the ops on both sides of the board. This could be a huge operator battle in these few coming rounds.
Well, the Euro is going to be coming out, getting so much information into this heaven here. As the shots are coming out, Tedopair able to get one, but the Yori dashed back, TP'd back out with the gate crash over towards the A main, and now the Ultimate Hunter coming out. Not able to get any tags onto the side of SZ. A bit of a wasted one there, but also did stop the plan to help the side of Random push more into this site and get ready for the retake. The Euro coming out. The Sage Wall position a bit badly here, but one of the walls is being broken down. And now they need to be careful as Tabri is pushing in from this A main, and it's just a bloodbath over towards his bomb site. And the flash state of Micaiah is not able to finish out this round. Done well to get 3 there, but slowly taken out by Evie and Mali as they were flashed and unable to do anything else for that round.
Randoms are herding SZ like cattle into the site. They have control over every single other part of the map except for site. And SC Indigo, they're just stuck there like sheep. They're being hunted by wolves, and they can't do anything about it. They have to look at every single angle at once when there are so many people firing at you from so many different angles. But once again, it's Tedopair getting the first blood at the start of the round again, making sure that SC Indigo are always on the back foot.
I mean, there surely has to be questions asked. Maybe there was a bit of a mistake in the banning phase. They might not have had the maps that they were felt comfortable on, and maybe just had to go for this random Abyss choice, knowing that RDM or Random did not have any games played on this, so maybe they thought that their composition might not have been as strong as they thought. But the Omen Blind going to be coming out over onto the floor here as they're slowly just pushing more into the side, but they're not doing anything with it as Tabri's able to get another, and Evie just sitting at the back of the side, able to get 2, and it's yet again another massive round win for Random. It's now 8-2, and there's not much left in this half.
This feels identical to the last map. The rounds that SC win are almost identical to Haven again. They win the bonus, and then they're unable to win any rounds after that except for one. And it feels like they're running out of stamina. They have to find some way back into this game like they did with Haven.
I believe that in the second half, hopefully we will see a bit of a switch up like we did. We want to try and push this to a map 3. We want the entertainment. We want the narrative. We want the drama. And since this is all to play for, this is whoever wins this goes into the finals tomorrow, which will be so exciting to watch. We need to see a bit of an upset.
Yeah, Randoms have come into this tournament, or come out of the Swift stage as the absolute best. 6-0 unbridled, and now SC, they have to find some way to fight against the Giant.
Well, I mean, a very fun fact about Random as well. When they came into this tournament, it was all found through the Looking for Group chat in the Lioness Discord. And it was just so amazing to see these random players who have never seen each other before, never met before, apart from maybe 1 or 2 who may have been friends, and have got so many random players into their team and playing so precisely and so well in this dominating fashion. And yet again, we see Dia, yeah, getting more kills, getting more first blood, sadly taken out, so not able to push anymore. But it's just helping the side of Random out so much and getting so much more control.
So Dio and Teo are playing like Prime, Kobe and Shaq here. They're getting so many first bloods in between them. They are literally single-handedly carrying them right now. Of course, Randoms, the rest of the teammates are giving so much effort in, but it feels like Dia is playing so well.
I mean, yeah, it's just unfair at this point. I mean, the shorties are coming out from long range, not able to do much, but Tabri able to finish up that round and making it 9-2. Only one more round left in this half. And SZ need this, but judging from what we saw last map, this might go again to a 10-2.
Yeah, I expect that it will come to that, but on the side of SZ, you've done it once, you can definitely do it again. You know that this is your weaker side of the map, and you know on your attack half, on your defense half, you'll find so many more rounds. So the only plan here is to try and win this last round and not lose any confidence going to defense half.
Well, it looks like they're going to be trying to go for this bit of a 1-3-1 split. No one has gone for my amazing strategy yet, which honestly I feel like would have won them a few more rounds, you know. A perfect strategy that I cooked up myself. But we don't like to brag. but they're going to be trying to get a lot of this pressure over towards this A side. The drone coming out from Silver, getting a lot of information as the side of Randoms is going to be pushing down into this mid and smoking off the top of this catwalk, just not allowing any vision. But look at where Dia is, a perfect position, and Shira just wasn't ready for it. And now the eyes are going to be over towards this cubby as the ultimate's going to be coming out, repositioning, and look at this positioning from them. The ultimate cancel going to be stopping and gets a kill on the Micaiah. It's just unfair at this point. Surely we need to get a PC check. This has to be aimbot with the amount of headshots that Dia is getting.
You know, it genuinely feels like she's got Word.exe on her computer right now. She is playing so well, and every shot is a headshot. It's not like the Messi. They're so clean. Every single shot is precise.
And the flash coming out from Yoru just to help Evie secure that 3k and that final round win in that first half. And we're going to be switching sides. 10-2 to Random. It's a complete carbon copy of what we saw in that first map on Haven. But will we see the potential reverse sweep yet again?
I think if they're able to find the opening round, just get the pistol, just one round on the board, the confidence can absolutely be there. It happened in Haven. They found the pistol, they found the bonus, and then the game was back on. But Dia, she's playing so much better than the first game, and she was the MVP of her first game. She's 19-5. That's almost a 4 KD, and a 4 KDA on the board right now with 19-5 and 3 assists.
I mean, there just has to be questions asked at this point, but we know that the side of Streamer Zone, they're historically not the best at this defensive side, but maybe they have the strategy ready for this map. Maybe that's why they picked it, and maybe they might have been a bit sad to see that they had to play that attacking side on the first half, knowing that they would have went into this with a massive differential in the points. But we see Random slowly pushing up towards this B side with 3 and the bomb in hand. Is the Omen's going to be trying to get a bit of a pick here with the Ghost ready in this middle. Evie knows where one is, but Dia yet again, there is the first blood. Dia is known for this. Dia is now on, what is that, 20 kills? A perfect 4 KD.
It's insane how she's able to find every single pick consistently across the game. So I don't know what the first bloods are currently, but it has to be something along the lines of 6, 7, 8. It is so insane.
I mean, we have to be questioning what they are feeding these players over here on the side of Random, especially Dia and Teto Pair. I mean, Teto Pairs even fell off a bit, but they're still winning the rounds, just all thanks to Dia just getting these kills. I mean, Evie did get that 3k in that final round of that first half.
30 seconds left.
It just doesn't matter. And Micaiah is going to be getting spotted out here as 3 are pushing in. Tabri able to get that kill. And now the jump definitely did not almost fall there. But it doesn't matter as they are now going to be getting that spike down in this 5v3 situation. And it's looking like this could just be a 13-2 so far to Random, especially with the way that they have played this map so well. And they're going to have so many weapons coming in. This is Teto Pair gets one. Shira able to get the consolation kill, but it doesn't matter as Mali and Dia are able to get more kills than them and finishing out this round, pushing it to 11-2.
Just as Dia opens the round, she closes the round out again. And it is such a good read for Randoms. They spot the site where there is absolutely no one but Micaiah stuck on the site alone, and she is punished for being tucked in such an aggressive position instead of playing for a retake. But if you look at SC, their retake isn't great either. They don't have much utility to be able to get back on the site against the likes of so many people stood on the site.
I mean, you have to start questioning, is the Sage pick really viable on some of these maps? And maybe there is a reason we don't see it as much in competitive, especially in these high elo, which all these players play in, Immortal and Plus. And we just don't ever see it. But look at this absolute 5-person push down this side, but it doesn't matter as Tabriz is able to get 2, maybe even a 3rd, but Mali helping them out. Mali getting 1, a 2, and a 3rd and clutching out that round, and is now 12-2. It is all to play for. Match point for the side of Random. And it looks like Streamer Zone Indigo might be down and out, but they will have the bye here and they need to win it.
Yeah, that felt like it could have gone either way there. 5 people, so many smokes, so many people shooting. But it does come out on the side of Random. They are able to get all the picks they need and destroy the aggression from the side of SZ. It feels like it's almost impossible to come back now. It's 12-2. It is quite literally Fnatic's comeback against NRG in the grand finals. I would love to see it come out. But unfortunately, Dia is playing so well. I'm not sure if it will come to fruit.
Yeah, it seems like an absolute uphill battle. It's just constantly pushing this boulder up at this endless hill for the side of Streamer Zone, and it doesn't seem like they're going to be able to get there. They tried to fly too close to the sun, but Dia was there to burn them alive and was able to shut them down so perfectly, getting so many kills, always getting up onto these first bloods and then even clutching out the rounds. And it's just so lovely to see. They need to have this talk here in the timeout to try and come up with this plan. They have the weapon advantage, but they weren't able to get many kills in that second round to shut down as much as they wanted from the side of Randoms.
Yeah, Random's game plan is so good. And it helps that the opening picks are always going to the side of Randoms. It feels like it's 11-1. I think Floor got to manage to get a pick in the defense, in the attack half. But other than that, Randoms have got every single first blood, and that is the most important stat in this game.
I mean, we have to start questioning who will Randoms be playing in the final, because I do believe SZ might be down and out. But I may even eat my words here depending on how they play this. And it's looking like Floor's going to be finally getting that first blood. The first blood that they've been searching for and the first blood that they needed so much. But Valkyrie is so weak here. As the paranoia is going to be coming out, they need to try and help them out. But it just doesn't even matter. As the shots are coming out from Floor over onto Tedopair. It's a bit of a chamber diff, but doesn't really matter when you're already 10 rounds down. They're getting put down to 10 HP from the Outlaw. And now needs to start questioning. The bomb is coming down. They have the positioning. Look at where Yoru is holding this smoke so well. But it doesn't matter as Floor is ready. Floor wants these kills. Floor wants the comeback to come on. And the shots are coming out and it's only 10 health left from Dia. And it doesn't matter as Floor is able to get that 4K. And what a round from SZ. And maybe I might be eating my words here. Will we possibly see the comeback?
It is a really good bonus conversion here. And just like Randoms were herding SZ into the site, the Sheep somehow fight back and take a round against the Wolves.
Yeah, this is so good. Maybe even a bit of a wolf in sheep's clothing here from the side of Floor was able to get that 4K, but now we have the weapons coming out and the ultimate from the chamber holding these long sight lines. And will Random be able to do anything about this?
Yeah, it looks like a 5-man push towards A here, which is quite odd. We might see them try to take a lot of aggression towards A main and then pass up to other parts of the map after managing to get control of this part of the side.
Well, I mean, we're seeing the operator coming out from Mali here as the Silver Dot's going to be trying to get a bit of the early information over towards his side, but it doesn't even matter. The ultimate from Floor is being shut down by Tedopair, and what a shot that was. It's so important, finally getting that first blood, and as we've seen before, every single first blood just means a round win for the side of Random, and it's now in a 5v3 situation. It's so close here. It's so close to the ending, and the bomb has gone down. The Silver June's going to be coming out from both the sides trying to get this information, but they're still so scattered around. Look where the Sage is still sitting in CT here, not able to do anything, but they're going to be pushing up with this Odin, but they have so much control of this site as the Omen's sitting here. And Mali gets taken out by Valkyrie, and Micaiah getting the kill onto Tabri. Now 3 of them all sitting back there. They still have the Astra online, able to block off this sight line. And will they be able to do anything about it as Chikorito is going to be sitting on this defuse? And will they be able to do much about it? The paranoia coming out, but it doesn't matter as Dio gets the kill on the Chikorito as Valkyrie's going to be pushing up and they need to get the kill. Eevee getting the shots away and stopping the push of Unique Valkyrie, and it doesn't matter. That is Micaiah getting taken out by the bomb, and that is the round win for Randoms. Wow, what an absolute domination we have seen from there. I mean, there's a reason why they are 8-0. Well, 9-0. No, 10-0.
At this point, yes. And it feels like SZ had that there. That round was theirs to win. The Astra suck didn't go off. The plant was stuck. They were waiting for the second tap there. But the spam through the smoke kills the planter, even though they weren't expecting there to be any person on the plant.
Well, I mean, this is why Dia has been the overall GOAT so far of this match. I mean, there must have been at least 0.1 seconds left on that defuse, and they managed to spray through that smoke and got the headshot over onto the Silver who was trying to defuse and was able to shut it down. And it was just too little, too late for the side of SZ. They were able to get one consolation round in that second half, but it was just not enough as it was a 13-3 overall overwhelming victory for the side of Randoms.
Yeah, with this result though, SZ will be leaving the tournament, and I would like to congratulate them because they have made an absolute attempt into this tourney, and they made it so far, going 5-1 on the Swiss stage, winning yesterday against States Punks, and now making a huge dent into Randoms, who are absolutely the giant coming into this tournament.
I mean, it'll be amazing to see who they're going to be playing in the final. I really hope for your sakes it is your team that it was a Paw Power.
Yes, I picked Paw Power to win it all. And yesterday, they won dominantly in their matches. Just sort of like how Random dominated the games today. And I expect coming tomorrow, we will see two giants clash again.
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. Let's see if Paw Power will be taking the domination sweep in their matches, but we'll have to see once the bracket is finally released, and that will be happening tomorrow. It's going to be so exciting for everyone to see. It will be Randoms versus possibly Paw Power or Dance 2000, I believe they're called.
Yes, it is.
And it's going to be such an entertaining game for that final. But if the matches still are going on, you can always head over to the Women in Esports Twitch to find out what is happening in those matches and how that ended.
You know, absolutely. I'm looking forward to seeing who will play tomorrow, and I'm so excited to see what competition will be played, and most importantly, how Dia is going to play tomorrow, because she is absolutely the MVP of today. She played so well and got so many opening frags across both of the maps, flexing from a Killjoy to an Omen, which is typically a different role and a completely different playstyle, yet getting so many kills on both roles and both agents.
I mean, it almost felt like Dia was even playing it as a duelist. And I was so surprised not to see them on the chamber, but Tedopair honestly done such an amazing job on that chamber as well, helping out Dia and just securing the round wins for both of them. And it was such an overwhelming game. But like you said before, you have to give the congratulations to Streamer Zone Indigo. They've done so well throughout this competition, and then were able to push the absolute overwhelming giants that were Randoms to a 13-11 in that first map. And sadly, they weren't able, maybe they were a bit exhausted from such a long game going on, but Dia is definitely deserved a good night's rest tonight, and hopefully will come out shining even brighter tomorrow.
No, absolutely. I'm so overwhelmed by that match. So much went on, but so much of it was in the back of Tedopair and Dia. And I'm looking forward to see how they make adjustments tomorrow. Both teams make adjustments to how both teams play. And I think they're so smart. Both teams are so smart in the way they play. They understand how they want to play the map and how they play the compositions. And I think tomorrow will be brilliant.
I mean, I honestly feel a bit bad for Tabria over there. You know, the singular duelist of the side, I believe, was near the bottom of the leaderboard, at least for the side of Randoms. But can you really be complaining with how good two of your players are playing and just absolutely dominating? I mean, they did help. They had the utility there to help, the flashes, the information to give away. But Dia was just able to lurk so much and get those kills and just dominated any side of the map that they were standing on and pushing up.
Yeah, no, it's so hard to swing into angles where you know you're going to get your head taken off instantly. Your confidence is shattered when every single time you peek or every time you enter a smoke, there's somebody there, like a chamber with a shorty executing you every single time you walk into a smoke, or even the chamber pushing through astral walls, which you should never be doing, and getting kills on you. You are so annoyed, but every time this happens, your confidence will be shattered. And for the side of Randoms, their confidence was sky high, and it has to go into tomorrow the exact same for them to win the entire thing.
Yeah, well, I really hope that we will see an amazing stream tomorrow. But head over to Women in Esports. Their Twitch channel is currently 11-5 in their game, so make sure to go over there. And I hope you enjoy the final tomorrow. It will be one hell of a show, and we will all see you later. Goodbye.
Thank you so much.